Leo, if you dragged us out here for nothing...
Don't worry, I came prepared.
Put those away.
Hey, what's up, Turtles fans? So I've been sitting here waiting for more Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles info to drop, but we haven't gotten anything yet, so I thought why not make a video in the meantime on what I believe is a pretty interesting list, and one that could stir up some Ninja Turtles conversations down in the comments section. And this is a list of the different versions of the Ninja Turtles ranked from worst to best. Now, don't get it twisted, there's only a few versions of the Ninja Turtles that I outright dislike, but there's so many versions of the Ninja Turtles, so some on the bottom I don't necessarily hate, but I just like others more, so just kind of take that all as you will. Now, in this video, so I'm going to rank the Ninja Turtles from what I believe are the worst to best, and just kind of give a brief reason why. I'll be touching on versions of the Ninja Turtles that have had either a feature film or an animated show only. As for different versions within the comics, or holiday specials, or concert specials, well, those will have to wait for another day, maybe on a different video. Maybe like wackiest versions of the Ninja Turtles or something like that, some other time. But this is more just for the big ones. Also, we haven't really seen too much of the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show, so when it comes to that one, I'll kind of just let you know where I think it's going to land, but this could change over time, so just keep that in mind. But settle in, grab a pizza, as we're going to get started on the different versions of the Ninja Turtles ranked from worst to best.
Freeze! Giddy up, dragon!
Okay, so coming in at number 10 is Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. How to describe this? Well, I kind of already did a video on this one, so I'll put an annotation here at the end of this video, but to be brief, it was just the worst. The personalities of the Turtles and how they were written and portrayed was a far detachment from what the Turtles could have and had been. It seemed like respect for the Turtles were officially lost at this point. It was like someone at the top said, Ninja Turtles is just for kids, they won't know the difference, give them this steamy hot pile of ooze and tell them it's Ninja Turtles. It lasted one season, by the way, but that's pretty much it on this one. Let's move on to number 9.
Hey, you were expecting maybe the Addams Family? Good one.
So number 9 is the 1993 film Ninja Turtles 3, the one where they time travel. Now, one of the biggest weaknesses of this film, I would say, is going with someone other than the Henson company for the animatronics. This movie is part of the original trilogy, but looks nothing like the first film. This look, in my opinion, was a telegraphed message to us Turtles fans that the party was over. I've covered this one in more detail in my Rise and Fall of the Ninja Turtles designs. I'll also link that one at the end here. But that's it on this one. Let's move on to number 8.
Oh, Mikey, was that you?
Pepper up.
Okay, so this one might upset a few people because I know it has fans. I see people sticking up for this version of the Turtles left and right. And that's cool if you like it, there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel it can be done better. I don't want Nickelodeon thinking this is as good as they have to do for us. They can step it up, and they should. Ninja Turtles, in my opinion, is a bigger blockbuster than they give it credit for. Anywho, it's the latest live-action version of the Ninja Turtles, the 2014 and 2016 versions. Now, I'm currently working on an installment for the Rise and Fall of the Ninja Turtles design series I have going on, and these designs are coming up, so I don't want to give too much away, but these turtles just look weird to me. I don't like the designs. The fart and burp humor feels very lazy. It feels like they rushed into the Technodrome type scenario just a little too fast instead of properly building up the foot and the shredder and then eventually getting to a Technodrome Thanos style. But to be honest, people seem to like these versions, and they like the versions of Bebop and Rocksteady that we got. I thought they looked bad, but I don't know, guys. It kind of feels like there's a bit of a divide on this one in the fan base, so we should probably just agree to disagree on this one and move on. Okay, next is number 7.
We strike hard,
defend, protect, and fade into the night. And there ain't no bad guy or monster gonna ever change that. That's what's important. And that's why we'll always be brothers.
And this is the 2007 version of the Ninja Turtles. This movie had good potential. The designs were okay, not terrible, and everything looked and sounded pretty good. Only problem is this movie kind of drags a bit. It's a little too boring for my liking. The villain was not that interesting to me and not very memorable, but nevertheless I don't hate this. Not much more to say on this one, so let's look at number 6.
This is our moment.
Let's do it! Yeah! We got the color-coordinated team look!
And who doesn't love my one-liners? They fire up the team, right, guys? Ah, boy.
Okay, so remember when I said I'm gonna put Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles somewhere? I think this is where it's gonna go, at least for now. And that's right here in the middle. But depending on the story and the writing, it could go up. But a big criticism I had when this was first unveiled was the designs of the Ninja Turtles. And like it or not, it's turning off a lot of fans. Not so much me. It was a criticism, yes, but I've lived through worse. But it's all up to the story and the performances now, in my opinion. Nickelodeon did well with the 2012 series, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now. But if they ever do reboot it again sometime down the road, years and years from now, I hope they capitalize on the nostalgia of the 1987 cartoon and the 2003 cartoon and do some kind of hybrid design of the two. I feel like they'll literally be printing money if they did that. Okay, let's check out number 5. And that's the 2012 Nickelodeon series. I stayed away from this one when it first came out. I wasn't too fond of the designs, and the 3 toes instead of 2 tripped me out for some reason, but I gave it a shot one night not too long ago, and it got me hooked. It's actually really funny, and when the turtle's eyes go all white and you know it's about to get serious, well, it's pretty cool. I wish the designs and animation were a little better. If this show had the 2007 movie designs, I feel like this would have been a phenomenon in my opinion. I'm sure they still had the models for those. Oh well. Okay, cutting down to the wire now. What do we got for number 4?
Old Shred did a swan dive with a half gainer right into the back of a garbage truck. Ah!
Number 4 looks like it's Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze. While the HENSON company was still involved and the suits looked decent, something was definitely different. Maybe something had to do with Jim Henson's passing, I'm not sure, but nevertheless, this movie is still very much in spirit with the first one. It's a bit toned down, not as much weapon use, and it goes a little bit off the rails in the 3rd act, but it's still a classic and deserves its number 4 spot. But what could possibly be number 3? Tmnt, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, is up there. Although I do not believe it is written as well as Ninja Turtles 2012, the Nickelodeon series, it's got everything else going for it, especially the look, which is big for me when it comes to the Ninja Turtles. This show feels so true to the history and feel of what had come before, it all mixed up into one. Although when they changed it to like fast forward and back to the sewer in later seasons, it kind of fell apart for me. I've noticed a lot of fans refer to the episode Ninja Tribunal as the true final episode. And of course, you gotta watch Turtles Forever if you ever watched that whole series. Turtles Forever is a good movie involving those turtles. Okay, only 2 left. Let's look at number 2.
Get funky! Get him, Michelangelo!
And that's Ninja Turtles 1987. It was a cultural phenomenon. If you weren't alive yet, let me tell you this. You know how and where Marvel is today in pop culture status? No joke, looking back, that's how big Ninja Turtles felt back then. Some might try to use box office and other means to argue otherwise. If you were a kid back then, you knew how big it was. This show was filled with charm. The designs are still around in Ninja Turtles merchandise. Everywhere you go, Target, Hot Topic. Rob Paulson, who voiced Raphael, is on the show, and he was so great back then and still is. This show still pops up in almost every new Ninja Turtles cartoon in some way or another, and that's the power of this first one. What a perfect storm with this show, the toys that came out around the same time, and my pick for number one, which came out a couple years after this show started, which is
Awesome! Righteous! Bossa Nova!
Bossa Nova?
the 1990 film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This was the best version, and in my opinion, still the best version of the Ninja Turtles to have been released. I don't know if there's roadblocks in place for them not getting to reuse these old designs due to rights or whatever, but if there's not, they really need to use these again. Get someone like Guillermo del Toro to helm it. He's known for animatronics, use CGI for the fight scenes, maybe even do kind of how the new Halloween movie is doing, as if the first and second movie were the only things that ever happened, and now we're picking up right after. I don't know. Anyways, that's my list. Not much more to say, but let me know down below. Using the versions of Turtles I provided, rank yours down below. Those should be fun to look over and discuss. Also, we're still quite a bit away from Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, not too bad, but it's kind of like a month and a half or 2 months sort of. So unless stuff starts dropping soon, maybe we can do like a Q&A video or something. So any videos from this point on, if you want to leave a question for a future Q&A video, go ahead and leave that down below in the comment section with the hashtag QA video. That way I can kind of filter through them a little bit. If I get enough for a video, I'll go ahead and get that out as soon as I can. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you're stumbling across this channel and just want more Ninja Turtles content in your life, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please turn that thumbs up button blue. Okay guys, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the list. I'll see you guys in a little bit with another video. Cowabunga.